Welcome. We're here this afternoon to talk about the rural health care and the impacts on our rural communities. We're welcome, and I'll turn it in the hands of the Undersecretary Torres Small.
Thank you all so much for being here on what seems like a very cold day for Alabama. It's a honor to get to be with all of you today for an issue that's just crucially important, to make sure that we have access to good quality health care no matter where you are, no matter whether you live in a rural community or working and operating a very large hospital, that we're making these resources available to everyone. So thank you for joining us here to celebrate this huge investment for people of this community. I'm USDA's Undersecretary for Rural Development, Xochitl Torres Small, and I'm proud to be here with this group of leaders and tireless advocates for rural communities. Congresswoman Sewell, Deputy Secretary Bernard, and Medical West CEO Keith Pennington, thank you so much, not just for being here today to deliver this exciting news, but to deliver every single day for rural Alabama. I also want to recognize Alabama's Senior Senator Richard Shelby. Although he's not here today, Medical West would not be coming here without him too. Healthcare infrastructure is truly a bipartisan opportunity, and we're excited to see it being delivered right here today. As a lead appropriator, Senator Shelby has played a key role in securing funding for USDA to do what we do best: invest in rural towns and the people who call them home. At USDA and through USDA's Rural Development Mission Area, we are in a unique position to serve people in rural communities. Our investments build infrastructure and provide essential services, which create opportunities and prosperity for the people who live and work in rural areas. We're here today to talk about our Community Facilities Program. But what are community facilities? They're the physical manifestation of what makes a place a hometown. They can be good schools for kids, drainage for a safer street, and a hospital that keeps people safe close to home. These investments support the local community by making rural communities attractive, economically viable, and safe places to live and work. This creates and saves jobs by attracting and retaining employers and workers. All people, no matter where they live, should have access to quality health care and other services that allow them to reach their full potential. The Biden-Harris administration understands that to help the nation build back better, we need to help rural America build up its critical infrastructure, and these types of investments put us on track. With that, I am honored to introduce Congresswoman Terri Sewell. Congresswoman Sewell is in her 6th term representing Alabama's 7th Congressional District. She is one of the first women elected to Congress in her own right and is the first Black woman to ever serve in the Alabama Congressional Delegation. Congresswoman Sewell has been a longtime champion for rural America and the people of rural America. Most recently through her work on the bipartisan infrastructure law, which resulted in millions of dollars of investments in the people of Alabama. Congresswoman Sewell, thank you so much for having us here and for your service.
Thank you so much, Xochitl. What a great day it is for the state of Alabama, and especially Alabama's 7th Congressional District, right here in McCullough and Bessemer, Alabama, to have the USDA invest $360 million through its Community Facilities Direct Loan Program for Medical West is a win-win for everyone. I want to thank Senator Shelby for his tireless efforts and leadership in this effort. It really goes to show you that when it comes to the betterment and improvement of the lives of Alabamians, Democrats and Republicans can roll up their sleeves and work together on behalf of all the people. I also want to thank the Deputy Secretary for being here today, and the Deputy Undersecretary for being here today. And I'm really proud to stand with, come on up, with our State Director of Rural Development, Nivory Gordon, who has worked for 35 years for the USDA and is the first African American ever to be State Director in Alabama for Rural Development. Thank you for your tireless efforts always to help not just the urban areas, but also underserved rural areas. Thank you so much. I want to bring up Keith Pennington, who is the CEO of Medical West. I want to thank the UAB Medical Systems for all of your help, not just with Medical West and your partnership with Medical West, but to helping other rural hospitals across Alabama not only survive, but thrive. We know that rural hospitals during this pandemic has struggled. You know, they have had systemic disinvestments before the pandemic, and the pandemic has only made it harder. And it's really great to have a community leader and an outstanding medical facility and a medical system at UAB really be more than just a wonderful hospital and a wonderful learning institution, but also stepping up to the plate to help rural hospitals in Alabama survive and thrive. This is a great example. I think that the fact that Medical West is going to relocate right here and have 200 beds, I don't want to steal your thunder, Keith, but I am really, really happy to have Medical West and USDA partner in order to deliver all of these great facilities. I have the great honor of introducing our Deputy Secretary, Jill Braham, who actually comes to the USDA after being in a career as a 16th commissioner of the Virginia Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services in 2018. Deputy Secretary brings years of experience in agriculture and a strong connection to farmers to her current position. She is also the former Dean of Agriculture at Virginia State University. Madam Deputy Secretary, it is our honor to have you right here in Birmingham, Alabama, and to welcome your whole team for this exciting announcement.
Thank you so much, Congresswoman Sewell. Thank you for the powerhouse that you are. Good afternoon, good morning. It's just a pleasure to be here today. From USDA, we're so proud to be a part of the incredible work you're doing here with Medical West. And, you know, for every rural community, for every resident in this country, there should be access to basic needs. And certainly basic needs of any community involve health care, schools, fire and rescue, the ability to gather as a community. And this is a shining example of incredible work that is being done here. Also recognizing Senator Shelby for all of his support. And I just want to say a couple of things. You know, Medical West is an essential facility for Alabama and the people in Jefferson and Tuscaloosa counties. And once completed, this 405,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility will improve healthcare access to over 333,000 people who call this a home in this region. And USDA is just so proud that we have been able to invest $360 million to make this hospital a reality, and soon the doors will open in this community. And this is one of the largest investments in a community facility that USDA has ever made. So this has broken records for us. By far, it's the only one of its size, but you know, we're looking at how we can make more investments. So here today, we are happy to be announcing just a total of $1 billion in investments in community infrastructure, just like Medical West in rural places across the country. And this work that you're doing and the investments that we are making are going to provide essential community services that will keep rural America resilient in the face of COVID-19 and the pandemic. And these projects will finance emergency response vehicles and equipment, build and improve hospitals and clinics, and help with other essential facilities that are critical to the quality of life in rural communities. And USDA wants to make sure that we put rural people at the forefront of investment and opportunity. And on behalf of the Biden-Harris administration and on Secretary Vilsack, we're very, very proud to be a part of this. Congratulations to you all for all the work that you're doing, and just really, really proud, Mr. Pennington, Mr. Keith Pennington, for your leadership. And so thank you for the opportunity to speak, and I'm just very proud to be able to pass this to Keith Pennington. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deputy Secretary. Again, another exciting day for Medical West. We are just thrilled and honored to have the people that we have with us today, Deputy Secretary, Undersecretary Navari Gordon, and our Congresswoman Terry Sewell. Also with the audience is County Commissioner Sheila Tyson. It's all of these people and then some that's really made this project happen. It's with all their efforts, all of our committed efforts to making this happen. I can't thank you enough. Medical West can't thank you enough. Just really exciting day. We had the groundbreaking on November the 17th, just 2 months ago. And if you look behind me, a lot of construction has already taken place. So we are underway. We're scheduled to open in 2024. We're right on schedule, so we're looking forward to maybe having you guys back at the ribbon cutting. I think that would be an honor for us to have you, to say thank you. Without you, we might not be in this position, so that is much appreciated. A really nice thing for our community. We're going to be able to increase the number of critical care beds that is much needed, especially in these past 2 years during the pandemic. The whole state saw a need for that. So we feel like this is not just going to affect the county here, but really make an impact on the state. So we look forward to seeing you all again at the ribbon cutting. So we got a couple of years of construction, but again, can't thank everyone enough for all the support and continued support that we have been getting. So look forward to showing you around, and we're open for questions, I believe.
Any questions from the press? Well, thank you all. It's an exciting announcement for $360 million. And Deputy Secretary, I can't say enough about how much USDA is dependent on by rural America, especially rural Alabama. When I think of all the government agencies, the agency that I time and time can count on is always the USDA. So please tell Secretary Vilsack that he can come on to Alabama to visit us again, as he did in the previous administration. With that, we are excited to do a tour so that the Undersecretary and the Deputy Secretary of Agriculture can see Medical West.
Thank you.
You want to do a 30-second video?
Oh, yeah, I would love that.
Is she going to answer any topical questions?
Hopefully. Chip is about to see now.
Is that a better shot?
What'd they say, Chip?
Not sure yet. That's her lady. She's gonna check.
I'll just go around the wall.
1, 2, 3, ready, go.
We are so excited to be here on the future site for the Medical West facility, exciting community facilities grant that is helping support this entity, and I could not be more honored to be here with such great leadership from Rural Development, State Director Ivory Gord, and to be here with Congresswoman Terry Sewell has been so instrumental in leading this work. Congresswoman, please tell us what this project means to you.
Well, first of all, I want to welcome the Madam Deputy Secretary and Madam Undersecretary to Alabama. We're here in Bessemer, Alabama, where you've announced $360 million for Medical West Hospital right here in Alabama 7th Congressional District, as well as $1 billion commitment for your direct community facilities loan. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be a part of today's great announcement and for you to come to Alabama for it. We are just so pleased.
Thank you so much. We could not be more honored from USDA to join Representative Sewell and the other leaders here in this community. Not able to receive those resources. So USDA is very excited to be able to announce the funding. We know that they cannot wait to get put into good use, and we are very excited to tour what is going to be the next Medical West facility here in Alabama.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
Definitely some more. Yeah, we can hit them with the Instagram.
We're going to get our hard hats.
So is it going to be a 2-year project, 3-year project? 2 years.
Well, the reason thing was that the boss was in the past, so she can't answer that. Yeah, I appreciate it. She's not going to talk about it. I'll let them know.
Okay. Hey guys, we have about 5 minutes for questions, so we'll have them come back over. If y'all want to jump straight in, one
Go ahead and come right up here, Congresswoman.
Okay.
Thank you.
How do you want this?
Why don't we just all be there and then Congresswoman Sewell and Deputy Secretary.
Yeah.
So y'all talk a little bit behind.
No, you be on this side because this is important. You guys be on this side. Okay. See everybody. All right. Any questions?
This just seems so timely with the coronavirus pandemic and the need for more health care. Just talk about how beneficial this is for the future going forward.
Well, you know, I think that USDA's mission, the Department of Agriculture's mission, is really to help improve the well-being of rural Americans. And what a great way to announce a $1 billion investment in Community Facilities Direct Loan Program by announcing the $360 million announcement of the loan for Medical West. And, you know, Medical West will not only serve McCalla and Bessemer, but it will also serve a lot of the rural counties in West Alabama near Tuscaloosa. So, you know, I've always said that we need to leverage as many of the assets as we possibly can, and the opportunity to have Medical West and UAB partner with USDA to provide this state-of-the-art hospital right in our backyard is really, really exciting.
Yeah, Representative Sewell said it well in terms of partnership, and at USDA through our community facilities program to be able to provide the $1 billion of investments in states all across the country, and the specific amount that we are able to provide here is really going to strengthen and enhance medical services in rural America and especially here in Alabama. So we're very proud to be a part of the work that's being done here, and that's what is so important. The work that we do at USDA, how it really changes people's lives is what's critical.
And it's so great to have government work for the people at every level, federal, state, and county. I want to thank Jefferson County for its contribution to this effort. And Keith, I don't know if you want to say as CEO of Medical West.
We're just excited to partner with USDA. This is such a great honor for us. It's a great thing for our community. You're talking about the pandemic. You keep hearing about the critical care beds and the needs for critical care beds in the state. That's one of the things this facility will offer, will be an increased number of critical care beds for our patients to serve our community.
Can you talk about some homes? Oh, go ahead. I was going to say some of the other projects that this $1 billion will go to across the country. This project is really reflective of the investments that USDA Rural Development is making in rural communities all across the country. The Biden-Harris administration is committed to working to creating partnerships so that we are investing in the future of rural America. That means healthcare facilities so that people can get healthcare close to home. That means good quality schools so that kids and families don't have to leave rural communities but can get a world-class education near where they live. And that can be things like investments in good quality drainage for streets or a fire truck. Things that communities need to keep thriving and to build and grow. And that's why, as we work together in a bipartisan way to invest in infrastructure, we are building partnerships throughout. So thank you so much to Jefferson County Commissioner Taylor for your work. Thank you so much for Senator Shelby, who wasn't able to be here today, but was also pivotal in this hospital. And Medical West, you have just been such a leader. And Congresswoman Sewell, your dedication to the community shows that when we work together, rural America can thrive.
Very good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.